Have you guys seen my unicorn? I've seemed to misplace them. Let me check in here. Oh, there you are. You know, Sparkles, I told you not to chill in there. You need to stay out of the fridge. Okay, let's go. Hello guys, how's it going? Staten here, and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so yes, we have the part 2 of the Samsung Bespoke fridge. Alright, so if you haven't checked out my first video of the fridge, I literally did a crazy unboxing, kind of like showed what would be included if you got one of these things. And yes, there's a lot of unwrapping, a lot of fiddling around with the touchscreen, but I finally got everything working. So in this video, this will be my 5-month user review of the fridge, kind of talk about the pros, the cons, and what I personally noticed when using this Samsung fridge. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Now, yes, we can't deny this large family hub touchscreen. Now, this touchscreen is pretty cool, but just with my family, I have a wife, I have a kiddo, they basically use it for memos. So if you want a fancy clipboard, you just click on it, and they've had a lot of memos they've been adding throughout the months here. Now, what's kind of interesting, this does more than just do memos. You could record voice, you could do text, you could add little emojis, but you can also watch TV on here, you can listen to the news, you can surf the web. Now, my family personally haven't used it. I guess since we have smartphones, we have tablets, it was easier just to get information from those devices and not do it on the fridge. Now, the Family Hub is an Android device, and it's a pretty basic Android system. I believe it's only like 8 gigabytes of memory. It has a quad-core processor, so you're not going to be storing a lot of videos or images on the fridge itself. Also, one interesting thing is Samsung decided to lock the ecosystem, so unfortunately there's no Onboard online store like the Google Play Store, and it's pretty difficult to sideload APKs. I did try it. A lot of them just refuse to work on this screen, so sadly you can't be playing Angry Birds on your fridge. Alright, so let's talk about the fridge itself. So I'm going to switch camera angles and kind of show you inside here. So just give me a second. Okay, so let's just talk about this front door here. Now, I've been using this pitcher of water for a really long time. I like energy drinks. I felt like this is really easy just to pour myself a large glass of water, mix in my powder, and just be on with my day. And I like the fact that it does have an auto refill feature, and it works pretty well. Now, one thing to note is if you tilt this too far, this little plastic end cap actually falls out, so just be mindful of that. I kind of wish there was like a locking feature, so it would actually lock in so it doesn't easily come out. Now, we haven't really added like any like fruits in here. You can actually make like maybe tea or like lemon. You can put some lemon in there, but that's what that's for. Now, one cool feature is my daughter loves this area. She found like her little cheese store right here. She has her pepperoni sticks and her cheese. Also, she can reach up and grab her drinks. So this is really handy. She can just quickly grab a snack when she comes home from school, and she doesn't have to open up the entire fridge. So I think this system works really well. Now, one thing to note is there's no ice dispenser. The ice is down there, which I'll show you in a bit and talk about that in a minute. So let's go ahead and open up the whole system. Alright, so you can see we have all our food in here, and it's actually quite a lot of space. I believe it's close to 30 cubic feet, so it's definitely a pretty large fridge. We do like these drawers. One thing to note is they're only one position. You cannot like adjust the drawers. So if you have something super tall, you kind of have to figure out to put the tall items on the bottom here. So I kind of wish the drawers were adjustable. But if we look in here, we can adjust the drawers. There's actually some like little cutouts where you can actually move these glass panels. Now, here's the filter system. But here, we haven't had to change the filter, but there's a system that links up to your smartphone, which will let you know when to change that filter. It's only a single water filter system, so it's fairly easy. The filters themselves cost about $40 to $60 depending if you get them on Amazon or if you go through the official Samsung website. Okay, so let's talk about these drawers. They're pretty nice, pretty easy to clean. One thing to note is you can break these drawers pretty easily if you actually leave it open and shut. You can notice it will just kind of bust right there. So just be super careful. Make sure that these drawers are closed before shutting the main doors. But I do like the large space of these drawers. We have our yogurts, fruit in these two drawers here. And they're really easy to pull out and plenty of space. Okay, so let's go ahead and close all this stuff up. And let's talk about the bottom drawer. Dispensers. Here's our ice dispenser system. It's interesting, you got like this little scooper here, but when you slide it open, you actually have two sizes. You got these really small size right here, and you got larger size. And I felt like I had to change out the ice every week or so because it starts getting stale. So if you don't use a lot of ice, that's just something to be mindful of. It does have a feature where it doesn't overflow the trays, but the ice dispenser themselves is pretty quick. So if you don't use a lot of ice, we had to basically cycle it every week. Okay, so here's all of our frozen stuff, and there's another drawer right here. And you can see it holds a ton of stuff. We got frozen pizzas, some quick meals, salmon, which I probably should cook, but overall, I like this drawer system. Now, you can get a double drawer system, but I felt like having a pretty large freezer is handy, especially on the hot days where you have a bunch of ice cream in here. Let's talk about the cost here. One thing I noticed is this drawer started to squeak a bit. I'm pretty sure it's not going to do it now, but I don't know, after about 3 or 4 months of use, I kind of wish it didn't make any sounds, but that's just something I noticed. Okay, so what's my thoughts on this fridge? Well, if you want the latest and greatest, a high-tech fridge that interacts with your voice assistant, any of your smart devices, this definitely will be up there. The fridge itself, you could probably get something for cheaper, around $1,000 that has all the features of this, minus maybe the touchscreen. But if you like all that cool technology, I believe the Samsung Bespoke series will definitely make that mark. Now, considering like other brands, you can get outside water dispensers. You can get ones that actually have hot water dispensing, ice makers on the outside. The sky's the limit. Unfortunately, it's kind of limited to having just this style system where you only have a half bay here with the water dispenser and no ice dispenser. You cannot get an outside dispenser. So in that respect, it's pretty limited. But in paneling, the size of the fridge, adding that middle drawer there is an option. So there's customization, like I said, but beyond that, you're limited. Okay, so if you want a really high-end fridge, this is the way to go. But if you want more features as a fridge, then there's cheaper options. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you next time. Be safe out there. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I'll be more than happy to try to answer about this fridge. So I'll catch you later. See you later.